Roman hitting .279 with 5 home runs.
What does it feel like when every single pitch matters? When half a game is the only thing separating you from the top spot and the chaos below? The Boston Red Sox are living that reality right now. They're in a dogfight for the wild card, with the Yankees breathing down their necks and the Blue Jays just out of reach in the Out East. Tonight, they face an Orioles team that has nothing to lose and everything to spoil. On the mound for Baltimore is a pitcher who single-handedly turns this last-place team into a legitimate threat. One mistake, one mislocation could be the difference between a crucial win and a devastating loss. And we saw that happen on the very first at-bat. Stick around because we're about to break down the one swing that set the tone for this entire high-stakes game. Welcome back to Baseball Extra, your home for the deepest analysis in the game. As we just mentioned, the context of this game is everything. Let's pull up the standings and really look at what's at stake here. As you can see, the Red Sox are clinging to that top wildcard position, but that lead is a razor-thin half game over the New York Yankees. Every single win, every loss is magnified. A win tonight solidifies their spot, while a loss could see them tumble out of the top spot by morning. Simultaneously, they're looking ahead in their own division. They're 5 games back of Toronto in the American League East. Now, catching them is a long shot this late in the season, but it speaks to the absolute gauntlet the Red Sox baseball club has had to navigate all year long. This isn't just another game in a 162-game season. This is a playoff game in all but name. The pressure is immense, and you can feel that intensity from the moment the first pitch is thrown. Now, let's talk about the man on the mound for the Orioles, the right-hander Sagano. On paper, you see the Orioles are a last-place team, and you might chalk this up as an easy win for a contender. But that's a huge mistake, and Sagano is the primary reason why. When you look at the Orioles' record when Sagano and their other young ace, Trevor Rogers, pitched, it's a completely different story. Their combined record in games they've started is 26-11. That's a winning percentage of 702. They're over 15 games above 500 when those two are on the mound. This means that when Sagano takes the ball, the Orioles transform from a struggling team into an above-average, very dangerous squad. So, what makes him so effective? Let's go to the Baseball Extra Pitching Lab and break down his arsenal. This graphic from his last start against these very same Red Sox tells us a lot. He's got a 6-pitch mix, a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, a sweeper, a sinker, a curveball, and a cutter. But the two you really need to watch are the 4-seamer and that devastating splitter. The splitter is his out pitch. It comes in looking like a fastball and then just falls off the table. Interestingly, in his last outing against Boston, a game the Sox ended up losing 4-3, where they went a miserable 0-13 with runners in scoring position, he relied more on his 4-seam fastball. You can see the percentage there is higher than his splitter, which is unusual for him. This suggests a specific game plan. He believes he can challenge these Red Sox hitters, especially up in the zone, with his heater. He ended up going 5 innings, giving up only 1 unearned run with no walks. His strategy worked that day. The question tonight is, will he try to do it again? All right, the stage is set. The pressure is on. Let's go to the top of the first inning. Leading off for the Red Sox is Roman Anthony. Anthony has been a solid contributor this season, coming into the game hitting .279 with 5 home runs. He's looking to set the tone early. Sagano gets the sign, and we are underway. The first pitch is a fastball, ball 1. It's clear Sagano is trying to establish that heater early, just like in his last start. He wants to own the inner half of the plate. He comes back with his signature pitch, the splitter, but he misses downstairs. It's 2-0. That's a key moment right there. His best pitch, the one he needs for strikeouts later, and he can't command it in the first at-bat. That tells you he might be a little too amped up. For a hitter like Anthony, a 2-0 count is a green light. He knows a fastball is likely coming. Sagano has to challenge him here. He cannot risk going 3-0 to the leadoff hitter. He winds and fires a 93-mile-per-hour fastball up in the zone. Anthony swings. He tags this one. There's a drive out to right field. It is deep, and it is gone. In a blink of an eye, the Red Sox take a 1-0 lead. That is Roman Anthony's 6th home run of the year, and he absolutely crushed that baseball. An absolute missile into the bleachers. 1-0, Red Sox. That is the exact start they were dreaming of. Now, let's not just watch the highlight. Let's analyze it. We're going to break this down frame by frame here on Baseball Extra. First, let's look at the pitch location. The catcher is set up inside, trying to jam him. The idea is to throw a fastball high and tight, climbing the ladder to get him to swing underneath it. But look where the pitch ends up. It's not far enough in. It leaks back out over the inner part of the plate, and it's only belt high. This is what we call a mislocation. For a major league hitter, a 93 mph fastball in that spot is a gift. Roman Anthony was all over it. This wasn't a lucky swing. He was hunting a fastball in a 2-0 count. He got it, and he didn't miss. Now let's talk about the numbers on this swing. 410 feet to right field with an exit velocity of 107 miles per hour. That is pure, raw power. That's not a ballpark scraper. That's a no-doubter from the moment it left the bat. He put a perfect swing on a poorly located pitch, and the result was catastrophic for the Orioles. This is a perfect example of how a pitcher's small mistake can turn into a massive momentum shift in a game where every run is precious. So, what does a home run like that do? Just 4 or 5 pitches into a game. The impact is enormous, and it ripples through both dugouts. For the Red Sox, it's an instant jolt of energy and confidence. Your leadoff hitter goes deep, and suddenly the pressure feels a little lighter. Your starting pitcher now gets to take the mound in the bottom of the first with a lead. He can be more aggressive, attack the strike zone, and pitch with less stress. It completely changes the complexion of the game before the Orioles have even had a chance to bat. Now, flip it. Look at the Orioles' dugout. And more importantly, look at Sagano on the mound. His entire game plan was likely built around using his fastball to intimidate hitters. On the very first at-bat, that plan backfired spectacularly. Now, doubt creeps in. Can I trust my fastball? Do I need to rely on my splitter more? But he already showed he couldn't command the splitter. This forces him and his catcher to rethink their entire strategy on the fly. You can see the frustration. He was trying to sneak that 93 mph fastball by him, but Anthony had absolutely none of it. That mislocation didn't just cost him a run. It cost him his confidence and the element of surprise for the rest of the inning, and possibly the rest of the game. He has to work that much harder now to get back on track. For a team like the Red Sox fighting for a playoff spot, capitalizing on a moment like this is exactly what championship-caliber Red Sox baseball teams do. That one swing from Roman Anthony really did tell the story of the high stakes in this game. It was a perfect microcosm of late-season baseball, a team fighting for its playoff life, a pitcher on a mission to play spoiler, and one crucial mistake on one pitch that changed the momentum. The Red Sox were able to leverage that early lead, and it served as a foundation for them in a game they absolutely had to win. It underscores just how critical focus and execution are in every single at-bat when you're in a pennant race. What do you guys think? Was that the most impactful leadoff home run the Red Sox have had all season? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I read every single one of them. And that's our deep dive breakdown for today here at Baseball Extra. If you enjoyed this level of analysis and want to see more content that goes beyond the box score, then do me a huge favor. Hit that like button, as it really helps the channel out. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to Baseball Extra and turn on notifications so you never miss another breakdown. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.